thought I'd try some things that wouldn't allow me to break other things for the rest of my evening. So I was just finishing off the pan and tilt module and wanting to talk about it a little bit. And what I did, I went ahead and mounted the run cam on top with some double-sided tape. It's the run cam 2 4K edition. Uh, and I ran a tie wrap across it in an area where it didn't have a button. I'm real bad for extra stuff. In the Navy, we wire wrapped everything in the airplanes. Wire wrapped. Safety wired everything. I still have safety wire pliers here and safety wire. I did cut off those wires on the Phoenix 2 that were sticking out. I'm never going to use them. They were just kind of ugly. Then I did me a strain relief right here for the tilt servo wire and the wire for the camera. This camera, not this one. This one has none. And that way when it's fully down, everything's got slack. When it's fully up, everything has slack. No problems whatsoever. And then, like I say, this is a strain relief. The tilt servo wire right here is where I will plug it into a connector on the inside of the airplane. That connector goes back to the flight controller to do the tilt. The other connector, this is for the board camera. I had to put a little extension on it, so I put some shrink tubing on it, shrunk it down so that it can't come loose. Can't. I said it can't come loose, right? Anybody that's ever been in drones for a while knows the impossible happens every day. And this is the connector that plugs onto the board. So that gives me enough length back to the flight controller and any turning and stuff up here. I don't have any problems with either one of these wires. Now I noticed something while I was doing this. Kind of interesting. Found out some other stuff about all this that I found very interesting. The bottom of this one, I have two of these, there's nothing here for the top of the servo to make sure it doesn't turn. I got out my other one, which is right here. This is that 540 degree servo. Oh no, it's killer. There's only one thing wrong with it. It's heavy. It's metal geared. It's stout. It's like 29 grams or something. I forget. We might be able to see some of this in just a second. This is part of what I bought. And here's another little bottom that you mount the pan part on. But when I looked at this part, I noticed this one's missing the servo horn, or whatever you want to call it. So I've got to put one of these on the bottom of this. So I'm not quite finished, probably not tonight. I'll find one and mount it that way in it. God, I can't believe that. Didn't have any problems with it slipping, but this will make it even better. So this is the portion of a device I'm using in the Mini Talon, and I think I'm going to use it in the Sky Hunter also. So this stuff I have in my hand, as you can see, weighs 78 grams. I think most full-size servos weigh something like 20 to 30 grams. Micro servos much less than that. So I wished I had a different solution for this, but I don't. know somebody that makes a belt-driven 360 pan that I might be able to screw this. Uh, these 4 screws is how this is screwed to this little plywood plate. Uh, Screw this down to a that pan. I don't know. I'm going to have to check deeper into that. This is where, in the original build here, there was a servo mounted in here with pointing down, and the shaft that came out here was in a little cup, and then another cup went inside of it, and that's where the servo horn went. And then that servo did this. The one that was facing down right here is the one that did the pan. I just couldn't find one that did more than 180. Still haven't. So I'm going to have to put a I didn't realize there was not a servo horn on this one. What else can I say about this before I show you what I found on the screen, which is kind of amazing. So that's ready to have a servo horn put on it, and then it will completely be 100% with strain relief, cable extensions, and all finished. Where's my big red bow? Oh, so now if you look up on the screen, I'll show you something that I found that was pretty interesting to me. Might not be as interesting to you. This is the kit. And they say it's still for sale. Can't find a 360. And this still says fin wing 390-degree pan tilt mechanism. And you see it's still what I showed you, or showed somebody. It's still the big old case thing that houses a GoPro Hero 2 size GoPro camera. This is what we use. You can see right here's that bottom plate right along here. This is where they show you. See, that's the servo I've got right here on the table. Finwing 390 Titanized metal gear. Availability in stock. I don't know. Might have to order me 1 or 2 of them. Just because you can't. This is the only ones I can find, and they're heavy. They're heavy. You saw it. That little bottom plate isn't bad. I'll throw the rest up here. You don't have to see it. It's 67 grams. That's 40 grams more than most servos. And here's what comes in the kit. That plate I just showed you, the servo. This is the servo for the tilt. This is servo for the pan. Why are you putting that square around here when I'm just trying to show them pictures? But anyway, there is that. I wonder if they really do still have it in stock. 390-degree rotation metal geared pan servo. The tilt servo is a 60-degree. I like the 3D printed thing I found on Thingiverse. And there was something in here. This 2-axis gimbal, 390. We'll look at it again when I put mine back together. Mine goes 540, not 390. I think I'm going to try to order 1 of these or so to see if I can actually physically get it. So because I found this on the internet, I thought I would just finish up the little tidbits on the mounting the RunCam 2 and doing the strain relief and all that. I just thought I would talk about it all at the same time and show you what I did find on the internet. And I will let you know if it's actually true. Oh, I hot glued the camera in and then tried to scrape off some excess down here, and it just smeared it around. I thought you might be more interested in that thing on the internet than what I have in my hand. While I was editing and rendering the video, I just screwed another servo horn onto the bottom of that with 4 screws. Really difficult work. Isn't that precision? That pretty much finishes that up completely. Look, I'm learning to use the focus on my camera. So, as far as that portion of the project right there, it's big red bow time.